Hello Aries, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus. We'll see where it goes. There is an extended at the end of the reading, so if you are drawn to it, the link is at the top of the description. And in the extended, I will look in the blind spot of whatever it is that's going to come out for you. Excuse me. So what we're doing, Aries, is we're starting with my energy oracle deck, and I'm going to look at the energy that you're in right now. What is your energy right now? And then I'm going to look at what energy is outside of you. So this energy could be something that you're moving towards, you're just not there yet. It could be energy of someone around you that is somehow in your personal circle. It's yet to be seen or known. So let's shuffle and see, Aries. And then of course I'm going to build it up with tarot cards. You have a man holding a coin. You guys have been really, this is the last week you had like double King of Pentacles kind of energy. It's like the King of Pentacles again. And then what's the energy you're going towards? Attachment. That's interesting. Wow, I said what's the energy you're going towards? That seems kind of apparent, no? It like made itself obvious. So this is not necessarily the energy of someone around you. It's definitely the energy that you are going towards. So some sort of releasing a mask, looking at something more clearly. This person is chained up. So obviously releasing attachment to something, a concept of yourself or a situation. The thinking woman is at the bottom, and then it's reversed. It's kind of nice. The reverse is anxiety reversed, and then everything else is reversed. So the thinking woman, like strategizing, thinking clearly. It's kind of like, you know, if this is a little bit like the King of Pentacles, this is a little bit like the Queen of Swords. So strategizing, thinking clearly, the attachment, if you're moving into this sort of energy, with this thinking woman behind it as the underline, it feels like you may be thinking about things that serve you, that don't serve you, things that you've taken on for yourself, your own persona that's serving you and doesn't serve you, what you need to cut out. So let's see. I mean, the man holding a coin, again with the King of Pentacles energy. I don't know what foundation y'all are building, but it's like pretty solid. And it's like, yeah, your focus has really been on either career or home life or a combination of that. Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Pentacles. 10 of Wands, followed by the 3 of Cups, followed by the King of Cups is at the bottom. So carrying a lot of burdens, carrying a lot of weight here, carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders, maybe taking on, I don't know. I just kind of thinking back to last week too, you guys literally had like 2 cards that represented King of Pentacles energy. And now you have it again. So I don't know if you've got like a lot that you're carrying almost to the point where maybe you can't see your path clearly. And then the 3 of Cups underneath that and the King of Cups kind of tells me you may not even be able to see. You might be going towards some sort of a different energy here, which is a lot more fun. There's a lot more fun. There's a lot more feelings and intuition and stability. Well, yeah, this isn't stable. The man holding a coin is very stable energy, but it's highly focused like on Pentacle, Pentacle, Pentacle. So there's something. I feel like you're going down a path and you're carrying a lot. It's almost like you're carrying a lot and you don't even know where the path is going. You're just going, okay, this is what I'm doing today. But it's taking you somewhere. It's taking you to sort of like a cup energy. See, Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, and the 7 of Pentacles is what's coming out here with the man holding a coin. So you have a lot of passion. You have a lot of passion here, and even looking for a new beginning in something. I kind of feel like, you know what, perhaps maybe even you were thinking, yeah, I've been pretty heavy. in this energy, I should change it a bit and think about, but you know what the funny thing is? It's kind of like thinking about, you know, shifting your energy, take a slightly different direction, because you feel like you've really reached as far as you can reach, at least for now in this cycle, with this energy. So because you're taking on the Ace of Wands, that's a lot of passion, a lot of creative, you know, desire, kind of from your deeper self directing you here, a new beginning. And the High Priestess is trusting a little bit in the unknown, allowing your deeper self to guide you. And then the Seven of Pentacles, this is where I kind of laugh a bit, because it's like you start off sort of in typical Aries energy. You know what? I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to try this today and see where that goes. I don't know. What is my intuition telling me? Oh, I don't know. I think I should make a plan and think about what's worked and what hasn't worked. It's almost like you throw yourself back into kind of like that energy. That's why I'm snickering. But, you know, in all truthfulness, like just the way the world has been in the last few months too, depending on like the personality of a person, and I think fire signs would tend to kind of fall into this category of people who just kind of like, today I'm just going to go and do this. I'm just going to go and try this today. Oh, maybe I'll go down there. Well, like that's really constricted right now. So it's kind of throwing people into energy that maybe they typically wouldn't throw themselves into as much. And so maybe this has happened with you, because I don't know, this is second for sure, maybe third week in a row with this High Pentacle energy, and really control. This isn't, because there's a woman holding a coin, right? So that would be like the yin. That would be kind of like the Mother of Pentacles, very nurturing, looking after it. This is like taking control of what it is you do with your money, how you make your money, how you run your house. You're like really taking control of all of that. And you're trying to kind of pull out of that a bit, but then you fall right back into the Pentacles. So let's look at the attachment. Let's look at what this attachment card is about for you. And I see that's why the Thinking Woman, because that is part of that. Like, you know, thinking about things that have succeeded for you in life up to this point. How did you get success in that? Okay. What didn't succeed? Well, why don't you think that succeeded? What was involved in that? Was it about timing? Was it about approach? Was it about technique? What was that about? What didn't I see? So it's sort of like taking on this very technical way of looking at things. Attachment. The attachment card for Aries. Wow, this is different. This is a very different energy. Wow, the Ten of Wands is at the bottom again. Twice with the Ten of Wands, guys. Like really carrying. And this one really signifies like feeling like carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. I really think you need to release some shit here. Like that's a lot. You know what it feels like too? Because you've been so much in the Pentacle energy. You are Wand energy. Like your wand energy. It's almost like all your wand energy is building up. I mean, I want to look at this in sort of a more metaphorical way than beyond what the Ten of Wands means. It's like really, maybe you've just been doing too many things that just are not part of your typical energy for whatever reason. Something has sort of turned that off, or it's been redirected for whatever reason, like, you know, things that you had to do. But now it's almost become a habit. Like you've been doing it for so long that you've kind of lost the energy of who you are, the deeper essence. It's all backed up here. And it's piling up on you because you have to address it's who you are. It's what you are. Like this is your energy here. It's backed up. You're carrying it on your shoulders to a point where it's like just weighing you down. And then you're also carrying it in front of you. You can't even see where you're going. Like, where's the direction? Kind of lost your direction because that's what feeds your direction. Really, that's what would feed your direction, being a fire sign, is the wand energy. And you try to get that going. You're like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spark this up. I'm going to get it going. I'm going to follow my intuition. I'm going to be really like passionate. What's my deeper self telling me? What do I have passion and drive towards today? I don't know. So let me ask the High Priestess. And I think I need to assess it. I don't. Yeah, that's like. Yeah, it's kind of like you've lost the timber for the fire that is Aries. But, you know, it's there. You're just carrying it in the wrong way. You're not using it. You're not using that timber for the fire. So the attachment, this is what I'm saying is so different here. The Lovers, the Three of Swords, and the Hermit is what is coming out for this attachment card. There's definitely self-assessment going on. And I think like even the Seven of Pentacles, even though it's based on this man holding a coin energy, like the things that you're doing in your life, you are trying to switch your energy. And it takes you here. So perhaps even some of you have been so focused on something else because the Three of Swords is sitting in the middle here. So there's some sort of heartbreak, some sort of disappointment, something that is kind of even maybe perhaps a bit crushed, like that spark in Aries, that spark in you. On either side, there's like the Lovers. There's making choices. There's exploring possibilities. And then there's the Hermit. So what is the best way to approach this? Almost like, yeah, because look at that. Think about it. I mean, one hand is chained up and the other hand is looking at the mask. So do I just stay here chained up or do I think about possibilities? What should I do? That seems to be where you're sitting. Or this is where you're going. Because this is where you are. At least I don't mean to be bossy. This is what the cards are saying. This is kind of where you are. This is telling me too that if we look at this in a sequential order, not just saying, okay, this is what's sitting on either side of this Three of Swords. If we look at it, you have the Lovers card. Okay, so that is making choices. And that could be deeper partnerships. So this is not just like, this is not the Knight of Wands energy, which is given such a bad rap about being a player. It's not that sort of energy. It's not, you know, like hookups or, you know, someone you date for a week or two or anything like these are like deeper soul connections with people, like soulmate energies. And then the Three of Swords comes in. So it just feels like, well, that's just defeated. So perhaps it's better, or there's more that I need to understand, is what's going on here for you with the Hermit. So let's clarify. Actually, the first thing we're going to clarify is a double set of Ten of Wands. That's an interesting split. The High Priestess and the King of Wands. See, it's almost like the High Priestess is saying, yo, you're supposed to be the King of Wands. What's going on? All this King of Pentacles energy. You're asking me for answers and then you just go right back into the Pentacles. So why is there two sets? What is going on with this double set of Ten of Wands here? The Ten of Wands. Oh, see, look. The Four of Swords and the Page of Cups. It's kind of like being in this position of resting and healing, starting new cups again. I don't know, resting and healing, starting new cups again. Let's see the Ace of Wands. This is sort of, to me, this seems like, okay, well, this is a good idea. This is your energy. But then it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So the Ace of Wands, this is the Knight of Wands. There you go. There you are. Oh, there, wow. See? But you're not. Just, good Lord. There's so much of you in that Ace of Wands. It's not funny. And then it just like, yeah. Like this could not be more your energy. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands. Like really, there's a part of you here, I just want to go out and explore. I want to be sexy, dynamic, wonderful Aries. That's what you're saying. That's what this Ace of Wands is saying. I want to find true, deep partnerships. Partnerships, relationships, connections that I can have fun in and celebrate, that make me feel alive, right? But I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. So, the High Priestess. This is going to be a very interesting read. Ah, look at that. See? The Three of Swords. And that's all that's going to come out. So the first thing that I heard with that, when the Three of Swords came out with the High Priestess, was this is why you're trying to go in that energy. I feel like a little bit, like for some reason you don't trust yourself or you don't trust your energy. Because you're carrying your energy like a burden. But your energy is not a burden. Maybe to other people they see it as a burden or they don't understand it. But really, it's your energy. You're supposed to utilize it. It's kind of like someone who's in sword energy that's not using it. Like if I do a reading for an air sign and there's no swords or something finally comes out, that's screaming at them like, hey, don't forget what you are. Like if everybody, I mean, there's 3 other signs that got this covered. Once you've got it covered, you know, it's good. So go back to having a part of you. I feel like though, because you have the Three of Swords here twice now. So it's almost like not trusting yourself perhaps in making these connections, or maybe even feeling like, you know, who I am hasn't worked up to this point. So maybe I have to really figure out who that is. So then that's, I think, why you go into the Seven of Pentacles. Like, well, I don't know. So the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the Page of Swords. Oh, and the Queen of Swords. So now you're bringing out some different stuff here. Oh, that's interesting. So, okay. So we have the Page of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So this is an assessment here. And this assessment, you're trying to figure out, like, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and how you've played a part in that. And this Page of Swords is kind of watching and trying to listen, trying to look for signs, trying to understand what is said to you and what other people, and what, it's just almost from a very non-judgmental, not putting any expectations, and just what's the information, right, with this page. The Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So definitely, it's almost like wanting to find groups, to find people that you can work with. Feeling like if you can work well with people and collaborate and share ideas, that you could meet people where this could turn into more significant connections. But then the Queen of Swords is a little bit like ready to say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to go and I'm going to take a look and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to meet new people and I'm going to learn right away. Oh, that one's out. That one's out. Oh, that one can stay. Like the Queen of Swords. It's very, very strategic. Really thinking about it. And to see how you up it. Like you start off as the Page of Swords and then you kind of bring it right into the Queen there. It's like, all right, let's see where this goes. And that's good though too, because that's a bit of that leadership energy. In Aries, you are a cardinal sign. Like, what's going on? What is going on? So the Lovers. The Lovers with the attachment card here. So you got the King of Swords. Is there anything else with that? The King of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Almost as if, like, choices and partnership here. The King of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Like not being able to move. Almost as if even seeing something, but you can't move to it. Feeling blocked. It's not available. There's obstacles in the way. With the Six of Pentacles, like seeing that there's some sort of balance here. There's some sort of give and take. But it definitely feels blocked. So with the attachment, let's see where it all goes out. Because I'm kind of getting the impression that if there is something that you see, you feel like it's not possible, or you can't go to it, or you shouldn't go to it. Because swords, like the Eight of Swords is not saying that there's a physical block here, that you actually can't. There's something that even for in your mind, you feel like you can't do that. So the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. The Two of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. This Three of Swords feels different than what this Three of Swords is. That's really weird. So this Three of Swords seems like, I mean, really, it's almost like finding something that feels right, something that feels equal, but for some reason, you're very defensive or it's very defensive and walking away from it. Why does this feel defensive? The Three of Wands. The Hanged Man. Oh, maybe because the ship isn't coming in. Because it's not moving. Well, that would make sense with the Eight of Swords. It's not moving. There's no indication. It feels like this isn't working. So this is why you have the Hermit. So the Hermit card. The Hermit. The Two of Wands and the Hierophant. The Hermit is the Two of Wands and the Hierophant. The Two of Wands is like wanting to go out and look for possibilities, like to make choices. Almost like you thought you found a choice and it's like, no, that didn't work. This is not working. Or there's no give and take. It's not what I thought it was. And the Hermit, going back in, reflecting, looking back within yourself to try to understand maybe even what keeps you in place if you've been focused on one thing for too long. Because with the Hierophant isn't coming out too badly right here. He was pretty bad last week. He was actually responsible, which is interesting though. The Hierophant energy was very responsible for a lot of this Eight of Swords energy that was coming out in other readings last week. Let's just see what this Hierophant is doing, because this feels like it could represent like deeper, higher connections. Ah, the World card. It kind of feels like, so it almost feels as if any connections from the past are not feeling like deeper, higher connections. They're kind of feeling that, like just looking at the signs and the signals, and that this is to come to an end. At least on the path or the journey that you've been on up to this point. I'm going to pull just for the attachment card. I feel like there's some sort of a mask here. The attachment card. The Ace of Swords. There is some sort of a truth. There's something you're still figuring out. There's still something that you're trying to, or going to be. There's something that you're still going to be trying to figure out or trying to see clearly or understand clearly. It's like trying to see through a mask. But you can't, because she's chained up too. And that might be part of whatever this is. This Eight of Swords, like you can't see clearly. Trying to look through something that's either camouflaged, it's being hidden from you, and you can't see it. But that's what this is trying to do. So at the bottom is the Page of Pentacles. You have two, actually no, you have three. 3 page energies, which is sort of that very young, youthful aspect, right, of Aries. So let's go into, we're going to go into the fairies and pull you an oracle. A fairy card for Aries. A fairy card for Aries. You have the Lost and Found card. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the Lost and Found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of funny that you would get that card. I'm feeling like there's a missing piece to a puzzle here with this energy. Like you're trying to figure something out, and it's almost like you keep going around in a circle. Well, like with this thinking woman, the King of Pentacles, man holding the coin, and the Seven of Pentacles. It's like you keep going around and you can't figure it out. And over here, you kind of see things that seem like, oh yeah, I really feel this, or I don't know. And then I don't think any of that. So, and with this attachment, what was the last card? Was this Ace of Swords. So there's some sort, you're going to figure something out, or maybe you just lost your keys. You're going to find something. So, lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the Lost and Found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. So there might be something that you don't even realize needs to be in your energy, and you haven't. So you have hope at the bottom. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Well, that might help with, you have the Eight of Swords here, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So just drink your happy juice. Go out and try to be Aries. All right, guys, I'm going to go do the extended. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.